Okay. Okay, we're on our last sheet here. Okay, so we're gonna do le conditionnel, so which is the English conditional mood. Again, it's a mood and not actually a tense. Okay, and it sounds like, in this case, for parler, would speak. Okay, so we use it pretty much the same way that we do in English for hypotheticals and wishes. Okay, so this is the only thing that's a little bit weird. So unlike English, in French it's used in journalism a lot to report about events that aren't actually certain or confirmed. But here is how it sounds. Otherwise it's pretty much used the same way. So le conditionnel, so we're going to use actually the same stem as our futur simple. So in this case, it's actually going to be our infinitive. So parler. Okay, so we're actually just going to get all our stems in there. So it's all the infinitive. Okay? And now we're going to add an ending. So much like the futur simple, because I'm using my same stem as the futur simple, which is the infinitive, I'm actually going to add an ending. Okay? And my ending is actually going to be from the imparfait. Imparfait. Okay? So my ending is going to look similar as well. So this is going to be je parlais. Oh, I'm sorry. Je parlerai. Okay? Because I'm doing the conditional. So je parlerai. Tu parlerais. Okay? Tu parlerais. Il est long. Parlerai. So these are my endings from the imparfait. Nous parlerions. Okay, vous parleriez. Okay, il, elle parlerait. Okay, so these are all my endings from the imparfait. Okay, if you notice, these all sound the same. Parlerai, parlerai. Parlerai, parlerai. Okay? The other thing is, so this sounds pretty much the same as the futur simple. Parlerai. There are some accents where you can hear the difference, but I've never actually experienced it, and a lot of people say them pretty much the same, so it really just depends on a region thing. But you really do hear it here because the futur simple here is parlera and this is parlerai. So you do hear it here. Il est long parlerai versus il est long parlera. You do hear it there as well. Okay, so these two can pretty much sound the same depending on your region. Okay, but these ones don't. Okay, and these, the only difference here is this, because the futur simple is nous parlerons. So you're listening for nous parlerons versus nous parlerions. So remember, you're listening more, well, you're listening for the I. Okay, so it adds another syllable. So parlerions, parlerons. Same thing here. So vous parlerez versus vous parleriez. You're listening for the I. Okay, for the would speak versus will speak. Okay, and then same thing. Well, no, for here, this is parleront in the futur simple, so you can really hear it there. Parlerai versus parleront. Okay, and then for pronunciation, we'll get rid of that. Ok, je parlerai, tu parlerais, il est long parlerait, nous parlerions, vous parleriez, il, elle parlerait. Comme ça. Okay? And how that sounds. So the conditional you'll often actually use in conjunction with the imparfait. which is actually good because they're going to share the same, they're going to end up sharing the same endings, okay? So some things are going to sound similar. So for example, how you might use it is like, if I had the courage, I would speak to Paul. Okay, so we're going to use the imparfait first with my si. So that's my if. So si j'avais, if I had, okay? Si j'avais le courage, okay, if I had the courage, si j'avais le courage, this is imparfait, okay? Je parlerai, okay? Je parlerai à Paul. Okay, so again, this is imparfait. This is your conditional. They're going to have the same endings, though. Okay, si j'avais le courage, je parlerais à Paul. If I had the courage, I would speak to Paul. Okay? So then we have the conditionnel passé, and it's going to correspond directly to the English past conditional, and it's going to sound like would have spoken. It's basically the past of this right here. It's the past of that conditional, simply. Okay, it's pretty much used in the exact same way as how we use it in English. This is not actually vous. This should be je, tu, and etc. Okay, but it's going to actually act a lot like the futur intérieur. Okay, so it's going to act a lot like the futur intérieur, which is this. Okay, so the j'aurais parlé, tu auras parlé, etc., etc. So we're going to use the helping verb. Okay, and our helping verb is going to be avoir. And instead of our helping verb being in the futur simple, like this, okay, so will have spoken, for it to say would have spoken, you put your helping verb, your avoir, in the conditional, okay? So for that to happen, I need my stem. So my future stem for avoir is or. Okay, so it's going to look like j'aurais. My ending, though, is going to be the same as the conditional. Okay, so I'm putting my helping verb in the conditional. J'aurais parlé. So instead of will have spoken for the futur intérieur, j'aurais parlé. I'm going to say would have spoken, j'aurais parlé. But do you see how, again, these sound the same, j'aurais and j'aurais? Okay, tu aurais parlé, you would have spoken. Ils, elles, on aurait parlé. Okay. Nous aurions parlé. Okay. Vous, oh, I gotta do my vous. Vous auriez parlé. Et il, elle, on, il, elle, pluriel, aurait parlé. Okay, so for pronunciation, okay, j'aurais parlé, tu aurais parlé, il aurait parlé, these all sound the same. Okay, nous aurions parlé, okay, on prononce le S, vous auriez parlé, ils auraient, this one sounds the same as these guys. Okay, and then as an example, let's see. Which one did I do? Oh, okay. So actually, we can use the same example. So up here in the conditional we said si j'avais le courage, je parlerais à Paul. If I had the courage, I would speak to Paul. So this is the imparfait with the conditional. Okay, so in this case, we're actually going to use when you use the conditionnel passé, you're actually going to use the plus que parfait in conjunction with it in the same place that you used the imparfait up here. So si, instead of if I had the courage, if I had had the courage. Donc si j'avais eu, so if I had, okay, instead of if I had, si j'avais eu le courage, okay, so this is now the plus que parfait. Instead of the imparfait like up here. Okay? Now we're going to use, because we use the plus que parfait, we're going to use le conditionnel passé. Okay, so j'aurais parlé à Paul. Okay, so if I had had the courage, I would have spoken to Paul. Okay, and there you go. Fini.